It's the 2K Sports Pregame Show.
Greetings, everybody. Welcome to 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson here with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Our matchup tonight taking place in Toronto, the Scotiabank Arena, as we watch the Raptors go up against the Washington Wizards. Looking at the Wizards, one thing they've talked about, sustaining focus on the defensive end, allowing no easy shots, trying to be disruptive, maybe causing some turnovers that can lead to easy buckets in transition. And when you look at the center position, now, Kenny, it's not as stacked as it once was. Marc Gasol, though, still one of the very best in the business.
I would like to see a team in the NBA say, you know what, we're going to go back to old school, and we're going to play inside out. Forget everybody else and what they're doing. Because Marc Gasol is a tremendously skilled seven-footer, Shaq.
He's tough, he's unselfish, good range on the jumper. Maybe not the quickest guy, but usually in the right position at the right time, all the time that's right.
Yeah, and that about does it. With tip-off fast approaching.
Right.
We send it to Kevin Harlan.
The bustling financial district here in Canada's largest city. We're coming to you from Toronto. The home court of the Toronto Raptors filled to capacity. We've got the Washington Wizards and the Toronto Raptors. We've got an action-packed Saturday night of NBA action for you. Thanks for joining us. And our broadcast team tonight. Greg Anthony here to my left and Steve Smith to my right. And the Hall of Famer David Aldridge along the sideline. And let's go straight over to David Aldridge for a report before the tip-off. Hey, Dave.
Well, guys, John Wall was the #1 overall pick in 2010, but he still thinks he's got a lot left to prove. Now, a bone spur in his knee held him back for several years. He's gotten the surgery now, and he says some people get their success early. Some get theirs late. I feel like my time is just beginning. Kevin?
Certainly one to watch, David. Thanks. Tonight, Smitty, two teams, same conference, rivalry game. Tensions could be hot.
First of all, Kevin, I'm fired up. The fans are going to be fired up. The players. This is not one of those normal games. The tensions are going to be high. I think this one's going to be very physical.
It'll be the Raptors off the tip. And now Washington starting group. Wall and Beal pair together at the 1 and the 2. Trevor Ariza out there with Bobby Portis. And it's Howard in at the 5 down low.
You wonder why Leonard hits for such a high percentage. Shots like that little floater right there.
Wall passes to Beal. Ariza kicks to Wall. 6 on the shot clock. Over Lowry. Wall, good.
And the tight defense there only seems to increase Wall's focus. Gives him a little extra lift on the jumper.
And Greg, last season there were some signs that maybe some of his teammates didn't like playing with John Wall. Why would they say that?
You know, Wall sits almost every season in the top 3 in assists. Not a stat you associate with selfishness. Sometimes it's really about personality.
Great rhythm on the catch and shoot. Kawhi showing us what's good.
And Wall kicks to Beal. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And Bradley Beal earning that first All-Star nod in 2018, a top 20 scorer. He can hurt you from just about anywhere on the court.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. Free throw good. Beal. Serge Ibaka has checked in for Toronto. And then for Washington, Ryan is checked in for Howard. Green comes in for Bobby Portis. And Parker subbed in for Trevor Ariza. And both free throws good for Beal. And it's Lowry with the ball, brings it up for the Raptors. The pass to Green. Back to Lowry. For the three. Good on the three-point shot. Lowry's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
Well, Lowry will never hesitate to take a three. It's a big part of his arsenal.
Parker kicks to Beal. 6 to shoot. Back to Parker. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Just about 2 minutes into the game, first quarter of basketball. Leonard, that's for 2. And we reached the end of the first quarter. Toronto ahead, up by 4. The second quarter coming up right after this break, so don't go anywhere. Making his mark in Toronto, guard Kyle Lowry talked about the pioneers of Canadian basketball, like Vince Carter.
Vince Carter really changed the game of basketball in Canada. He created something that's forever lasting, and I think the game of basketball in Canada owes him a lot because he really brought the buzz to the game of basketball in Canada.
Couldn't have said it better myself. Carter's exciting style of play, GA, really energized the whole country.
And playing basketball in a hockey town isn't easy, but Carter really helped get this city and country energized about the game of basketball.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And what do you guys think about the Raptors here so far in this one?
Well, I mean, they just got hot early from beyond the arc, and we'll just have to wait and see if they can keep that going.
They also want to be unpredictable. Mix up the play calling. Keep the defense guessing.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. So on the floor for Washington. Parker out there with Green. Then there's Brown. Then there's Thomas Satoransky. And it's Bryant in at the center, locking down the middle. Siakam is checked in for the Raptors. Norman Powell comes in for Green. And then for Washington, Howard comes in for Bryant. And Trevor Ariza is subbed in for Jabari Parker. Leonard dishes to Powell. That three off the mark. Wizards trail by 4. Lobbed up there for Howard. And Howard with the stuff.
And Howard has great timing on these alley-oops. As long as the pass is spot on, he's clear for takeoff.
And that unleashed chaos replay presented by Under Armour. Hover Havoc, giving us a chance to relive that exciting play.
Kyle Lowry, the Villanova alum, does everything you want from a point guard. Very complete player on both ends of the floor.
Two shots.
And the first one at the line is good.
In a league full of talented point guards, sometimes Lowry's efforts, they get overlooked, but he's a game changer.
Here's what Washington's going with right now. Bobby Portis is checked in for Green. Beal comes in for Brown. And John Wall subbed in for Satoransky. And so Lowry nails both of them. Quarter number 2 with just over a minute gone. And here's Wall. Outside, Beal. Off target from three-point range.
And a good opportunity here to go 2 for 1.
But you also want a decent shot if you can get it. That takes priority. Further proof that you can't leave anyone in this league that wide open.
And Wall kicks to Ariza. 6-second difference between the shot and game clock. Poked loose. Back to Wall. 6 on the shot clock. Offensive rebound. There's Portis, and another shot, and he sinks the layup.
Must put a body on Portis. He loves to crash the offensive glass.
He got it!
Wow.
He caught it!
Man, that was unbelievable.
Wow, what a shot. And listen to this place explode.
Kyle Lowry firing on all cylinders for the Toronto Raptors. He's been a major threat from three-point range. Got 2 of them to fall in that quarter. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Kawhi, you have grown so much offensively throughout your career. What's the focus at that end of the floor?
Just knocking down open shots, my ball handling, making good decisions off the pick and roll, and just try to limit my turnovers.
And you've done well so far, Kawhi. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings, friends and neighbors. One half down, another half to go. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. The first quarter for the Raptors was fairly even. They did jump out to a lead in the opening period, but 4 points was the biggest it got. For the Raptors, Shaq, what was your takeaway on Toronto?
Well, the offense is running on all cylinders. Guys are focused, executing, not playing outside of themselves. That's why their shooting percentage was so high. See it up there, Ernie, in the stratosphere? Anyway, they're mixing things up, which keeps the defense scrambling.
And Kenny, let's get your thoughts on the Wizards.
Well, they need to generate more points in the paint. The defense knew all along that they were going to shoot that jump shot every time down the court. There was no diversity in their offense. No one was able to figure out different things that they were doing. Very predictable offense, and I think that was the difference.
Thanks for joining us, folks. We're now just a few minutes away from the start of the third quarter.
And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. Kyle Lowry has just been sensational.
And I love the game plan in that first half. They really valued each possession.
You know what? It's hard to do. Staying focused and disciplined with your approach.
Well, we know, Steve, the GMs are in a tough position in this NBA. Trying to win, obviously, is the number one desire, but they got to balance everyone's view of the landscape. Winning now as opposed to looking what's best for the future.
And it's totally hard because we all understand what happens because you get penalized at the end of the year if you're not a team that's, pretty much locked in the playoffs. You almost want to lose games to get a chance to have a better chance to get a higher draft pick. I think this is something that over the course of the next few seasons, this will be looked at very closely.
Kyle Lowry and Danny Green are the guard tandem. And it's Marc Gasol. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Siakam in at the 4. That's Nick Nurse's 5 as we get into the second half. Portis. Good work defensively by Gasol.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Dating all the way back to college, this is one of Kawhi's pet moves, the Sutton pull-up jumper.
Wall looking it over. Here's Beal. Hits from the high post.
This is what it means to be a catalyst. His offense helps set the tone for a lot of what they do.
Lowry kicks to Siakam. Here's Leonard. Good on the bucket. Leonard's got the lead up to 8 now for Toronto.
Well, we know he's been confident with the shot. A big reason why they're ahead in this game.
Wall finds Beal. 20 seconds left in the third quarter. Can't hit from the elbow.
I can tell you right now, the coach loved everything about that shot except the result.
And that one's good. Green.
Yeah, and in terms of accuracy, they are dominating the second half.
I like that they're trying to maximize the value of each possession, and their coach likes it.
And it's Howard finishing it off.
And Howard values shots from there. He makes these all the time, and the D has to get up in his face.
And we've watched 3 so far in this one. Raptors lead by 8. And don't go away. We'll be back momentarily. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
This is why you preach teamwork. Some of the most spectacular plays are the ones where guys are feeding off one another.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this 4th and final quarter. Here's Van Vliet, 4th quarter on the court for the Wizards. Satoranski there with Wall, and it's Green, and there's Bryant, and it's Parker in at the 3 spot. Wizards trailed by 8. Floats one up, and it's blocked by Ibaka.
Great defense by Serge, a tremendous athlete, blessed with insane length and leaping ability. The beauty of the teardrop, very difficult to really contest.
Washington calls timeout. They trail by 10. 1:31 left to play here in the 4th. He gets a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, during that break, Kevin, I heard what Scott Brooks said to his team. Told him, hey, stick with what's working. He said they're giving us all the room we need to get easy looks in the paint. Let's keep working the ball inside. Guys, back to you.
All right, thank you, David. And the foul called on Danny Green. That's foul number 2 for him. And Washington making a change here. Brown's checked in. All with it, Brown right side. And that comes off the assist by John Wall.
And that's a nice assist from Wall. Scanning the floor, just looking to find the best shot possible.
Ibaka outside. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jabari Parker. That's his first foul. And the Raptors making a change here. Leonard's checked in. And then for Washington, Dwight Howard. He's checked in for Bryant. Ariza comes in for Brown. And Bradley Beal subbed in for Satoranski. There's 57 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Basket good. Leonard's got the lead up to 10 now for the Raptors.
And it looks like just playing the last bit of this one out in what should be a nice win here for Toronto.
They really had it going, guys. Their offense propelled them.
In this case, it was the higher shooting percentage that made the difference and earned them the W.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Kawhi Leonard.
How about the rhythm he got into tonight? Unstoppable at the offensive end. And the coach was smart. He kept calling his number.
And it's Bradley Beal with the rebound. And so it's Beal. He'll bring it up for Washington. It's a 10-point game.
That is the perfect technique to rebound. I mean, he shields his man, kept him behind, and then he's off to the races.
Now here's Leonard. And so Toronto takes this one, but by a big margin. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
And it makes a big difference. Once they started to really play in rhythm, you never felt like they had any doubts as to whether or not they were going to win.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. Danny, a strong defensive effort both individually and team. Now, how comfortable are you at that end of the floor now, knowing that you can make things tough on the opposition?
Well, we want to make them take tough shots. We're not comfortable at any point defensively, but we got to continue to be active and be aggressive and get our hands on loose balls.
It's been the mark of the Spurs for a long time, Danny. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
David, thank you as always. For Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. So long.